So my name is Juston Lindsley. I'm originally from Grangeville, Idaho, small town. So college brought me to Boise. I actually came to Boise State, was on the track and field team for my duration while I was there, and then once I graduated, I was kind of pretty fond of the city and decided to stay. After college, I got a wild fling and was in the world of politics for about 3 years, and then after that, a good buddy of my dad's, Mike Asker, who I'm sure many agents know, kept kind of plugging at me to get an interview with Farm Bureau, saying that it's something that is a great career to get into. And I finally listened to him, did an interview with our district manager, and I've been here for almost 3 years. Growing up, with my folks being small business owners, especially being in a small town, my dad would always instill in me that community engagement is super important. It's got to be one of the pillars if you ever get into business. And I would watch firsthand all of the interactions and the things that they would do for the Grangeville community. And that's what kind of was instilled in me. So when I became an agent and had the platform that Farm Bureau gave me with my own agency, I wanted to instill that. So my wife's name is Shelby. Ironically, I wouldn't be here today at this spot with the Ronald McDonald House if it wasn't for her. She had reached out originally to do some volunteer work, which at that point kind of prompted the idea of, okay, let's get involved with them on another level.
The Ronald McDonald House Charities of Idaho exists to provide resources and support for families with ill or injured children during times of medical need. And we have several programs that build our charity, and this is the biggest one, our house. It's a 47-room house, and we have a 4-bedroom family room that's located on Eastern Idaho Regional Medical Center in Idaho Falls. And then the last component of our programming is our Happy Wheels hospitality carts, and those are carts that bring our services to the bedside. We stock them with snacks, coffee, toys, books, and other things to bring a smile and some care to pediatric patients and their families when they're in the hospital.
It was awesome for us because originally when I was looking, I was volunteering time. And in that moment, time wasn't necessarily something Juston had to give as much as I did. And so it kind of became a partnership of him kind of founding some donation opportunities for people who didn't have the time. And then it's just kind of cascaded from there.
When you actually come here firsthand and you see the families who are going through one of the most difficult times of their lives, they don't have to stress about the housing, about food, about any of those kind of issues that aren't that important at the time because their primary focus is on their kid and making sure that they get better. So for me, when we first walked through the building, they have their hidden toy room, which again, when I walked through it, the little kid in me kind of came out and was like, that's pretty cool. That was one of the biggest things, and you could just see the energy and the total change in the vibe walking through this building. You would walk in expecting, families who are going through these hard times to not be in the most cheerful mood, but between the volunteers, the staff, the facilities, it's a completely different view that they have on that situation at the time.
So our staff throughout southern Idaho is 29 members strong. Last year we had 2,300 volunteers that donated 14,000 hours of time, whether that is cooking or baking meals and snacks, whether that's helping around the house or volunteering for special projects or special events. So our staff is minimal compared to the volunteer army that we have.
Even just like the staff here, it's fulfilling being around them. It's refreshing to be around people who just spend their time to do good things. A lot of these people aren't here because they're making money from this. They're here to give back to the community, and it's just heartwarming to be around it.
We go through the ups with them and we go through the downs with them. So there are times when we lose children and it deeply affects our staff, but we are there for those families and we do what we need to do to make sure that they feel loved and supported.
It really puts it into perspective. I think until you find an organization like this that you can connect with, you don't really quite understand. Seeing the work that they do for the families, for these children, it's pretty powerful. And now I'm going through the rest of my life with the appreciation, knowing that there are organizations and volunteers and people that put in all this effort and this time to help those families. And it gives us the opportunity going forward to not only continue the work that we do here, but to expand into other organizations and to help with. The recognition is absolutely not what this is for. It's for the understanding that the Ronald McDonald House is here, and to allow other people to know about it, to volunteer, to be engaged in it. That's really the primary focus of it all.